Saturday. Worked on this thing all day. Now, it's time to work on this thing. Getting rid of the valve cover that's leaking. So we're gonna take our new Volkswagen one in, it's in that box right there, and modify it. So check this out. All right, so we got our new OEM valve cover. Notice it says Volkswagen on it. We're gonna open this bad boy up. Doesn't look like it's been installed, which is nice. So I'll show you guys what we're gonna do here. All right, so you see gasket, bolts, everything. So this is the PCV here. It's got a little flap, little flapper guy there. And that works as part of the oil separation system, which is all built into this front half here. So you can see how that's all kind of raised. This has got a big hole in it, and this is raised. So what we're gonna do is, because this is usually here a vacuum source from the manifold, we're gonna take this out and remove the diaphragm. So you need a screwdriver, and because we don't care about the diaphragm, you can be pretty aggressive with it. Because we're gonna pop all this off of here. So got one going. Let me see if I can get this other one going. You gotta kind of come under and lift it. So we're gonna try to work our way around, I guess. There we go. There we go. All right. And voila, gone. I'll show you what's in there. So, a little diaphragm, and then, I don't know if you can really see that, a little rubber diaphragm. So that's what tears on them usually, because it gets all brittle and hard from the heat. So, we're gonna remove all that. There's the diaphragm again. We're gonna end up with just a cap. Now, you can kind of see this has got some kind of airflow technology through it. What I think I'm gonna do is, because you can see that side is kind of thicker, I'm gonna cut the diaphragm out of the center and use that seal to kind of go in that groove in there. And you see this stuff cuts super easy, but it'll survive in an engine for 80,000 miles under vacuum and heat and all that other stuff. So I'll tuck this back in my little O-ring groove there. So don't gotta do a super perfect job, but, and then we're gonna plug this sucker back on. Other pro tip is, that's a air drain hole, right? So I'm gonna point that up, so in case this does get some oil in it, it doesn't leak. At least I'm gonna try to. Knowing Volkswagen, it probably will only line up one way, which I'm sure it will. So, kind of lines up that way. Let's see. Nope. Gonna have to go back on the exact way it came off, which is that pointing down. Okay. So you hear all gratifying clicks. Okay. So anyways, let's go pull the old one off. Alrighty. Let's see. All right, old valve covers off. Got a brake pad out. It's a Mintex racing pad. I didn't even know they made these, but I really like the way they felt, but we'll see. So we got the thing in the air. We're draining the oil out. We're gonna clean all the valve cover leak off. Pete's back here getting the Shine racing bar fitted up. And then, so we get done with that, we're gonna get after this with a cutting device. So wish us luck. All right, we're getting this rear axle beam from Karma TDI in. It's a Shine Racing rear production. You've had to grind the stock rubber bushing there because that's the stock sway bar. And I guess we're not going to cut that out because the instructions we found on the Wayback Machine seem to say leave it in. But we're using the bar as the drill guide, so we're going to get our holes drilled, and then we'll go to the next step.
Do I have any clue what I'm doing? Sorta, kinda. So, good thing I tied this roll cage into the strut bar. So, getting all the undercoating off, we're gonna fix all that little rust and paint it in there. So this is basically hammered in so that when I put my filler metal in, we're gonna gain about, I don't know, probably an inch of clearance. I'm gonna have to cut more of this off here and get my piece laid up in there. It might end up getting all the way to this bar here, but we shall see. And that's only the front or the back, because then I gotta do that too. And then the other side. All right. So this turned into, I don't want to say a pain in the butt, but it is a little more challenging because you're trying to make sure that you stay away from the edge. So Pete, you'd say you have to grind this top edge down at kind of an angle, right?
Chamfer the top edge.
Chamfer the top edge. And then we use this assembly to keep it clamped in to keep the distance right here. So we're not too close to the edge. So once you get one bolt all the way through, you bolt it, and you bolt it, and then it should be able to just use the bar, sway bar as a guide and drill the other two. Well, point of no return now. Got a hole there. Pete's getting his templates made, and I'm getting my inner fender modified. We'll have one side done today. Getting there. Getting some clearance in that BI. YouTube world. It is Tuesday night, and working on the Jetta. So you see I got it set up here on some quick jacks, so I'm out of the way. But we're losing daylight. So got cardboard, got a grinding disc, got a big ass hole in the fender. So kind of figured out how we're gonna do it. I might go back and redo the other side, but basically we're gonna get that guy molded in there. I think it'll kind of fit in here. If I can get it jammed in there, I'll show you. Hold on. There you go. Sort of like that, but not like that, because we're really rubbing up here. So we're gonna kind of follow the contour all the way down, and then this is just gonna get
from here to the bottom of the cage. We'll just kind of put a filler piece in all the way down here instead of trying to make a fender. The front here, we'll cut all this out, much like we did on the other side. Except this side I'm smart now, and I've kind of grind it where I plan to weld. Because this side's pretty much done. I gotta Bondo all this in, but it's sturdy. And we have a ton of clearance now. Ton of clearance. So the rear over here I did a little bit more of a hack job on, but that's to the roll cage. But it might need more off the top. I haven't decided yet. So hindsight, I wish I would have done this when it was engineless and cut in a million pieces, but you know, c'est la vie, right? So get this on here, get it primered, both sides. I'll probably just paint this side black. I'll paint the inside body color and the engine color, like I'll paint the fender tubs in the front. Body color, I'll paint the inside body color, and then I'll paint this primer in black. But gonna try to get these all cut out tonight. Keep going. Alrighty. Ooh, wrong Jetta. Been grinding away at this all day, and I'm pretty proud with how that looks. You kind of tell from this angle how much clearance that is. Maybe from this angle, let's see. Can you tell how much clearance you get now? So, get some seam sealer, prep this up and get it primered, and then start on this side. But you know how it goes. You're getting better at this. This is my second attempt, and I think it looks better, but it's not easy enough for me to want to redo the other side. So now we got to cut this out because you can see where it's myrtleate in the tire. Get my tub, mount it, and then get some spray paint, clean this thing up. And there she is. Yeah, I'm very happy with the outcome. They are huge. It was a big undertaking, kind of a pain in the butt with the engine in, and wish I would have done it with an out. You can see they're about 7 inches aside, but that's how much you have to take out to get it to turn and not hit anything. So that's where we're at. Pretty happy with how they came out. Got them seam sealered and painted on there, and on to the next thing. All right, we're inside. Just got this thing all blown off. Tubs done. 3D airbox no longer fit, so we're going to remake that. Stock valve cover, got the PCV, or I should say the catch can line. Trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. I just got done updating the dash and wiring on all my sensors. The things there flashing 16 psi. See what happens when I run the fuel pump. Here coming up. Okay. Let's see what running fuel pressure is. Very accurate. We were worried because our gauge in the back was reading really high. We think the gauge might just be bad. So that's fun. So another cool thing is in the Haltech you can set the fuel level to read by resistance, not voltage, which is new for NSP controlling the IC7, but it's also super confusing. So I looked at the Radium site, which had the resistance level I needed for full, which is 55 liters at like 91-ish ohms. So I have the sensor out and upside down, and it's just really slowly. It's a really, with the pull-up resistor on, it's very balanced, so you don't get the slosh effect on the gauge. But also reading really pones here too, because if you read fuel level sensor, wants to be connected to the main ground on the dash, which I should know better by now, because usually Haltech likes to have all the grounds go back to whatever's controlling the output or the input. So anywho, that's almost done. So thinking about what we have left to do before the next track day. Don't know if the new coilovers are going to be here, but we're going to mess with the alignment some, see how that goes. So next I'll be finishing those holes up. So Harry is here. We're trying to set up the no lift shift, but we're trying to get the fuel pressure to read from the dash to the ECU. And in typical Haltech form, it's a little convoluted. This will be our 5th time going from the this to the dash, even though they're both on the same CAN network. They just won't talk without being directly, you can't modify stuff without being directly plugged into one or the other. Which is dumb, right, Harry? He doesn't agree with me. He's too nice. And cruising up to our boys at Euro Tuning. Well, could have gone bigger on the brakes, I guess. Those are gonna look dope. And then platined it. Plywood, baby. And then it's 5 layers of wood, which is all right. Could be better. So it is Friday, the 14th Valentine's Day, boys, girls, people of the YouTube. So front splitter, front tow hooks are done. Looks sweet. My beautiful Koenig Mk2s that Euro Tuning and Koenig hooked me up with are on the car, and they are awesome. They're like 4 pounds lighter than my BBS RS knockoffs, and they friggin' look great. I can't wait to see the wrap on this car, but I know I say a lot of dates, so we are super close. We're running Sunday at Sebring. We got the 9 Lives Racing wing back on. We got to get a little bit more angle into it. And I'm going to trip over this thing. Ow. Anyways, super excited to go back out there. Bunch of changes: rear sway bar, front splitter, rear wing, ethanol. The motor picked up some efficiency on the logs, which was nice. So we're going to hopefully dyno it tomorrow on the way out. And we'll see what she does. We ran a 34, was our fastest lap, a 34 flat. So we'll see if she goes faster. Like and subscribe. Thanks for following along. So this is Pete's rendition of me falling asleep with my phone in my hands in the hotel. Great.